Hey everybody, it's Tuesday and I'm out here in the garage working away. As you can see, the Mustang is pretty much unchanged. It's in primer. The primer did not go on right. It went on dry, so it has a textured finish. So between that and I am waiting on the door glass, it has been put on back order for another 90 days. So that basically puts me beyond the power tour. So there's no way I'm going to get this car done in time and reassembled for the power tour. So I've now got to make a decision on what to drive. So I've been working on the Torino. I just got done putting brand new headers on it. The previous headers actually had about a dime size hole on the passenger side, and then also had some hole around the actual connection to the block on the passenger side. So major exhaust leaks, that's now changed. Got the Hedman 88250s, I believe. I will have to double check that. But between that, welding on the front of the exhaust to butt up to them, it is now back up and working, sounding a lot better. We'll do a full oil change and everything on here. I've also got a couple other parts to throw on here. I put a new starter on here while I had the headers off as well. So that should help a lot as I was struggling to get to start sometimes. But it is sounding good. I'm going to do some work to try to decide whether this is going to be the car. And as you'll notice, there's an empty spot right here. Well, that's because as of right now, the 71 Satellite is actually out at the transmission shop. The front seals leaked all over the place once it warmed up. So I'm having the transmission have a soft rebuild on it. And we'll see how it's working when it gets back. I want to take the Satellite. That's ultimately my goal. I'm going to paint it. Not crazy. Nothing. I'm just going to scuff it and then I'm going to paint it. And we'll see how that goes. But it all depends on how it comes back to the transmission shop. It was supposed to get in the shop today. They're talking about 2 weeks probably. They're also going to do an inspection on it. Kind of let me know if there's anything else while it's on the hoist. They notice it and might need to be fixed. And if you don't remember, I put new tie rod ends on it and a whole new fuel system, new water pump, new carburetor. Did a bunch of stuff to it, got it up and running good, and then I just couldn't even drive it because of the transmission. So basically you could make it 30 minutes up the road and try to make it back, start smoking real bad, and start losing shift because it was losing so much fluid. So we'll see how that is. I'm pretty excited about the possibility of taking the Satellite. I've also got to get a new windshield into it, so I've already checked in on that. It's going to be about $340 installed. Not bad considering it's almost $400 to order a windshield offline, so I guess I can't complain too much. But yeah, that's where we are at this point. I'm just, like I said, going through the motions with the Torino right now, trying to make sure it's up and running because it sounded real rough after last summer. What I didn't realize was I blew out the header pretty much. Actually, I've still got those over here so I can show you. They were old and crusty. And boom, right there. You see, that elbow was blown out real good. And it's hard to see. Had a nice little hole right there as well. So it was time for new headers. So like I said, got the Hedmans on here. Right now it's just rolling around. I've got a oil system to put on here. So I did some research, and basically you run an oil line from the front where your normal oil location is for your oil gauge. There's a plug there, and you run that back to the portion where your oil piece is in the back. And basically that'll feed oil directly to the back cylinders. And that's supposed to help with that. So I'm going to install that as well. And just do general tune-up things to this car. Replace fluids, new oil. It's already got new plugs. I put new plugs in it when we got back from the power tour. And then I put new plugs in it again when it started having crazy issues, I thought, which ended up being just really a bad exhaust leak. It does have some chatter, but nothing major. So it seems to be good, up and running again. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I got a couple of choices. Worst comes to worst, I can also go fix the rear seal on the 53's rear axles, but I've already taken the truck twice. I've taken the Trina once, so I want to take the 71 Satellite. So I like to take something different every year. It's also 3 years of failing to get the Mustang ready, which sucks. But this is my baby. This is the one I'm keeping, so I always have to remind myself, do not rush putting this car back together because you'll regret it. This is the longest project I've probably had. I've had this thing almost 4 years now, and it's been a complete restoration. By the time I'm done with it, it's just going to be completely and utterly brand new for the most part. So, but yeah, I'm getting there, guys.